All right, everyone. Sorry, I had to really start really quick because, if we're going to talk about this, let's let the viewers know. First of all, hello, everyone. A little egg yolk for y'all if you missed me. How dare. Welcome back to the Sleepy Idol. We were down for some reservations. We were. I won't lie. I had a little vacay. All right. I went to Japan. So, period. I was waiting for because V was actually in Japan the same time I was in Japan. So I was like, okay, V, this was if we're gonna link. Oh wait, damn it! No, I can't act a fool. Okay, scratch that. Whatever. Jenny, you won. No, just kidding. She's like, and you are. But yeah, I was on vacation. So that was really fun. I went to Japan for about 2 weeks, and then we went to a convention actually the following, which was insane for me to do because I was literally so tired. But as long as Jazz enjoyed herself. That's true. I think that's the theme. Exactly. I feel like that's the two things you always find out cons. Insane people, and then just people who are just vibes, having a good time, super nice, Oh, dang. All right, y'all. Let me run that back.
This is I'll just mute myself from now on.
Listen, I'm so sorry, y'all. I was, retired, and then I came back. We were just talking about how we went to a con. Basically, I went to Japan, so we were on hiatus for a bit. Then we went to a con. It's not your first con. It's actually your third con this year, and all of them were with me.
Well.
Oh, can we do this? What up, Juane? In the cut. Have you seen this?
What is that? What?
Chaz, if we're gonna be in the internet, we have to be hip and young.
I am hip and young, but that's not. What is that?
You have it it's okay, so there's this song. I don't even know the song, but it's somebody says when blah blah blah, and then you're in my honest response or whatever, and then it's this song where it's what up, G-Way? In the cut, in the better manner. Please tell me this is a thing, chat. This is a thing. It's popular. All right, I'll show you later.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe I just need to hear. Actually, I don't know.
Okay, maybe I don't know. It might be kind of new though. Maybe that's why you haven't seen it yet. Because I'm kind of I kind of set the TikTok trends.
Sure.
Okay. Well, anyway, hi everyone. Hi, Jazz. Come on, they even did a mindless behavior remix with it.
Who did? Oh, that song. Let me tell you, I don't think I know any mindless behavior songs. I don't even know their names. I don't know who they are. I know that they were popular. This was a time when I just didn't care for boy groups or anything of that sort. So
I think to be
also they look like children.
Yeah, I was gonna say I remember being on edge, kind of standing them because I was it was that weird thing where right now they're only 3 years younger than us, so it's not weird. But when you're 17 and they're 14, that's kind of weird or whatever. I think that was I don't remember the exact. They were 2011 when they were popping off or whatever. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but they had pops. So you know who they are, but you don't know any songs.
Yeah, I feel like I've recently. Actually, no. I think I heard about them when they were popular, but yeah, I don't know. Can you name a song? Do they have the pretty
Miss Right
swag?
No. Who? Wait, is that those guys that are let's go, and then they turn into a table, and then one of them's oh baby, listen to me.
I actually think I'm thinking about a girl group, and it was one of the it was rappers' daughters or something. And it was
oh,
there was a Soulja Boy song.
OMG Girls?
And it was this right here is my pretty boy
swag. Okay.
And then they had a song that was this right here is my pretty girl bag. Pretty girl bag.
Okay. Oh,
and they're little girls or something.
I've never heard that. I've heard the Soulja Boy song, but I've never heard.
There's a pretty girl bag.
Yeah, that sounds like a dope remix because I don't really care for Soulja Boy. No offense. Souljites, don't come for me.
Besides the You and Soulja Boy or whatever.
I mean, that was a classic.
And Kiss Me Through the Phone.
I hated that song, so I'm not counting that one. It was awful. I thought it was so noisy.
What? Wait, Kiss Me Through the Phone?
Yeah. Dun, 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 now, baby. Like I felt like
what is all that happening?
That song is messy and noisy, y'all.
Oh, now I hear what you're saying, but like, no, it's not noisy.
It is noisy.
It sounds like every 2000.
Well, all the songs were noisy, so.
So you just don't like 2000s?
No, I basically I stopped listening to music in the 2000s. I only recently started. Hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. Yes, we are back after a longish hiatus. Hello Andre, hello Hafsa, hello Leanne, best mod, hello Paola. So today's gonna be a pretty chill episode because there's just been so much we missed. It's gonna be pretty lax. We're just gonna kind of go through like random topics, and we'll be open to topics also in the chat. So if you guys say something, or if there was something you wanted to talk about, just let us know. I'm sorry, not you being on Jazz's side. Kiss Me Through the... I'll admit it was a popular song, but was it iconic, y'all? Are we using that word a little too freely?
I feel like it's very popular. I don't know any other Soulja Boy songs.
What was that other one? Oh, I really don't know either. I probably know if you like...
I mean, I do like rapping on the BI song.
BI?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, he did around that. You understand.
I love that song. That was in my top 100 or 50.
Okay, BI stan. Why'd you shaking?
Specifically that one song.
Why'd you shaking and crying? All right, so I'm actually just going to change the scene to my funny enough, my Twitter X bookmarks.
I was like, who? I was like, your ex.
Oh my god, speaking of that, guys, I hope he doesn't see this. I doubt he will. Okay, so I went on a date a second date on Saturday, and I was like, this guy was pretty cool. He was funny. He thought I was funny, which is important to me. And it was like so good. Like I was like, oh my god, like he could be the one. Not really. Not that he couldn't have been, but I'm not that head over heels that quick. I have to get to know a guy. But I was so like excited to go. Like I put on this cute outfit. I was like, I'm about to eat. So I get there. And like as soon as like we're going to the movies, I'm late as hell. Also, I watched the Barbie movie, and I yeah, I know. I'm so happy. It was all right. I'm so sorry to the Barbie.
Yeah, it was all right.
Okay.
No, okay. I felt the same. Out of the 3 movies I watched in August, that was like my least favorite, but it wasn't bad.
Was Oppenheimer one of them?
Oppenheimer's like top.
Oh dang!
I love Oppenheimer. That was good.
It's
very emotional.
I would imagine. That's interesting because I feel like I'm like everyone was so hype about Barbie, but now watching it, I wonder if like we took it back and like we're like, okay, how do you feel about it now without all the mania and getting to wear pink to like the theater and like the pink chocolate covered donuts and stuff like that, like all the fanfare around it, if people would been as hype, because it's like if you put all this hype around the movie and then you go to the theater and you're like, wow, that sucked, that's kind of disappointing. So it's almost like, okay, well, I bought a whole outfit for this movie, so I don't think
I'm gonna hype it up.
Exactly. I'm not gonna say
when I come out there and they ask me, I'm going to say it was the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life.
Exactly.
I am a Barbie.
Exactly.
Hi, Barbie.
Barbie changed how I saw the world. Like, and it didn't suck. I'm being really strong. It just was like a lot of the messages were a bit muddled for me. So that kind of confused me a bit. But yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I like, so we sit down in the theater and immediately I'm like, something stinks.
What? You said he stinks?
No, I think something stinks. And I'm like,
oh,
what the hell? It turns out it was him. But
so he did stink.
Yeah, but like, okay, Jazz, I'm trying to sell this cinematically, all right? I'm trying to do what Barbie couldn't. No, just kidding. I'm trying to, like, I was just like, oh my god, this is like crazy. Because I swear he was chewing gum. So I was like, it smelled like bad breath, but it couldn't have been, unless his gum was just made out of poop and ketchup. Like, it couldn't have been. And I was just like,
ketchup like that.
That's true. But with the poop, it's, you know, stale ketchup, you know, it's pretty bad. But I was like, oh wow, I don't know how to handle this situation, because I
just move over one seat.
I literally was like, oh my God. Like, if he was here, I was like, oh my God, this movie's great. Like, you know? And I was like, how do you handle this? Because it's like, obviously he's like a nice guy or whatever, I wouldn't be there. But it's like, how do you tell somebody, like, your breath stinks? Like, or something on you smells not good. Like, I don't know if it's your jeans. I don't know if you pooped your pants. Like, I did not know what to do. And I was like, I felt really bad because I'm like, I'm an adult, so I should be able to like say this. But it also is just like inherently really mean, I think, to say. And how do you, like, it's like, you stink, go home, take a shower, and then maybe come back. Yeah, I just felt so bad, but it just made me really sad because I'm also very sensitive to smells. So immediately I got like the ick, and I was like, oh, like, that sucks. I don't know if I saw him again, if he smelled better, I'd be like, oh, okay, it's back on. But like, I don't know. I just feel bad because it's like, if I immediately, I'm just like, you know? So it's just like,
I think that's normal if somebody smells bad.
But like, how do I tell the person if they're like, hey, I feel like you've changed?
Spray, like, do you have spray? You can like spray yourself. I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I smell. Do you need any? And then you just like,
any in your eye sockets? Let me put 2 in your eyes, 1 in your nose, 1 in your mouth, 1 up your butt. Yeah, so that was just I was just really sad and disappointing because I was just ready to be like, oh my God, like, anyway. Let's see. Jordy says, hello, Jordy. People were talking about the same thing on Twitter yesterday, Jay. And everyone agreed the Barbie movie could have been better, even the ones who loved it. Okay, good. Yeah, I feel like now would be the time to like be honest, because like all the fanfare. But yeah, I was like, I'm kind of glad I didn't see it when it came out, because I feel like I would have been confused as to how to feel, you know. But yeah. Andy says, hey, Andy, it says Barbie deserved a better movie, especially with all the hype around it. Yeah, it's almost like they were like, well, we put so much hype around it, it's not going to flop, so who cares? But also Greta Gerwig, I don't know if she was the one who wrote it or directed it, but she's kind of known as being good at that kind of thing, right? She wrote Lady Bird, and
yeah, I think so.
Did she also write
I think she wrote and directed it.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. But yeah, Leon says, yeah, someone posted a tweet saying, say something bad about Barbie, this movie, and all of a sudden everyone had something to say. Suddenly like, no. Actually. I just found that interesting. All right, so let's start off. I don't even have like a proper thing for this. This is kind of old. Well, no, we'll just start off with this because I saw somebody mention it in chat. Roan from SF9 leaves the group. Let's see what all K-pop has to say. How into SF9 are you? Because I only know 1 or 2 songs, if I'm being honest.
I know Fanfare. I know him because he's the actor, right? And then I know Zuho because he's friends with Wendy.
Oh, okay. I feel like that's how I know a lot of groups too. Like, you have to interact with my face for me to even like be on your radar.
InSung? Yeah. I know that. I think he's like the main vocalist. I remember I tried to look them up and like try and get into them, but I was just like, there's too many. There's too many people, and the music was not bad. It was just not what I wanted to hear.
Without me sounding too dumb, they have 9 members, I'm assuming.
I think.
Okay.
That sounds right.
Okay. And you're right. It says he's leaving so he can follow acting, which is interesting. This is kind of, okay, not funny that he's leaving, but I feel like this is what makes having a number in a group so risky, because if you ever do, if anyone else like ever does leave, then it's gonna be like, why are there this many members in this like number? But yeah, I mean, good for him. I mean, if he's like the actor, I'm gonna assume, again, knowing nothing about this group, anyone who's an FS9 stan, please school me. I'm gonna assume he probably debuted, like he probably entered the company interested in acting. They put him in group, And then now he's like, let me just be an actor. And they've been active for a while. I mean, 7 years. It seems like that first contract was running out. So I don't know. Obviously fans are probably shocked and maybe sad, but like a lot of this kind of stuff makes like sense. Like I'm less sensitive to it now. Because it just makes sense. I don't know. People have their own careers. Ooh, interesting. Paola says, I know SF9 as the only thing keeping FNC alive. Are any of the other groups active? Because obviously not AOA, but
they have to have another girl group.
Is Lightsome under them or Woolim?
Lightsome. I get Lightsome confused with the other one.
I think whatever other one you're confusing them with might be
Cherry Bullet. I think Cherry Bullet's Woolim.
So Lightsome's FNC?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking why? Like, wow. But like, maybe?
There's CN Blue and Fly. Oh, they have N Flying.
Are they still active?
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure. I just watched like a video of like the main vocalist. He's so good. He was singing something.
What did that thing? Like they were it was Yuli Hole, right?
Yeah. He sounded so good. I was like, man, how did you not make it through and produce? Because like they failed. That is some vocals. But yeah, they have them. Yeah. Okay, so I got it backwards, I guess. So Cherry Bullet is them, and then I guess Lightsome is
Cube. How did I not know? Like Cube? Remember that Cube?
Lightsome?
Yeah.
Wait, what's Woolim then? Woolim has one, doesn't it?
Who's under Woolim? Just list everyone. No, just kidding. Okay, thank you guys for mentioning that Lightsome is cool. True. Cube, but Cherry Bullet is FNC.
Rocket Punch. There's too many.
Okay.
I get them all confused.
Bullet, Rocket, I can see. But yeah. Okay, Rocket Punch is Woolim. All right. Thank you guys. So clutch. Yeah, so I'm just gonna jump into the comments and see what you guys have to say. Wait. So CN Blue is still active?
I don't know. I think CN Blue and the other one.
FT Island.
FT Island. I think they're still a group. I think they just lost those two their members
that were part of Sungri's.
Yeah.
Did you see that Sungri? There was a picture of Sungri in the club. I was like, Mama, you better go home.
Club. Isn't he in jail?
No, he got out of jail or whatever he was.
He got out. That was a thing.
Yeah, I was like, Mama, you should. This club should get a restraining order because how?
I mean, that's all he has at this point, I guess.
Apparently, I was just shocked because I was like, wow, really, dude? Like, you are so lucky that you essentially got a slap on the wrist and you're still gonna live a wealthy ass life. And you literally, I mean, I'm not saying he could never go to the club again, but it's just like, dude, it just looks safe. Yeah. Didn't FT Island just have a comeback? Look at me being a fake flop. Did they? Listen, love, love, love. That's the emblem. What was that song?
I'm gonna be very honest. I don't think I know any FT Island songs or CN Blue.
Not Waitoria. Wait, not even Waitoria.
The first, like, oh wait, say that again. That kind of sounded similar.
Waitoria, da 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 da. Waitoria, or love, love, love. Everybody clap, clap, clap. I want you back to me. This is like 2010, so.
I think I remember seeing the video, like the thumbnail, and then being like, no. I think it just was not.
That's a lie because they're cute
bands.
Oh
no,
okay.
Not their faces.
Okay,
just like I didn't want to listen to a band. I think the first band that I actually tried to listen to was Day 6.
I was gonna say you liked Day 6, so it was just.
I love Day 6. I also like the Rose and Lucy. That's a good group.
Ooh, who's Lucy?
They're like their songs sound very anime like.
Hey, I love that.
It's like. I don't know. They're good.
Gotta check them out. Speaking of Lightsome, they're having a comeback. I want to support, Lightsome.
So you don't support?
No, I want to support. I feel like I did not give them, what was their debut? Vanilla? I did not really pay attention, which is crazy because Choan, who got rigged out of the the Produce 48 group, and not just because she got raked out, she also was like really good, because I actually watched that season. She was in that group, and I feel like I was like, I'm gonna make sure to do my due diligence and, you know, give her group, you know, a chance or whatever. But I don't know why I just did not really notice or pay attention or what have you. But I remember I saw this video, and I think we all talked about this, that somebody like made, like, why Lightsum isn't doing well, and I sat down and watched it, and I was like, oh, this is really unfortunate. And like 2 of the members recently left, got kicked out, I don't even know, and the person's theory was that they want them to age them up or something. It was really interesting. But
well, it's cute, so, you know,
I know, I
don't have any faith in anything that they do. They're just like, we have one female group that's doing well, let's just focus on that.
Honestly, truly. Let's see. Andre says, oh wait, I think I missed. Oh, Leanne says, I mean, CN Blue and FT Island are still at FNC, but I guess technically they are not banned. They are bands, not groups. Oh, I guess that's true. Technically speaking. Andre says, but yeah, I kind of expected Rowoon to leave at some point, since once members started going to the military, he missed some comebacks for his acting give. It's giving Natin from A Pink. I want to ask Andre or anyone else who like, you know, knows like what's going on in the fandom or anything like that. How are the fans feeling about this? Like, is it giving betrayal or is it giving understanding? Because I don't know. I don't think Pink Pandas were giving Natin flack when she left, but there are definitely like haters, aunties who are like, acting disease, you know, that kind of thing, and like, she thinks she can act, that kind of thing when she left. But I was like, when people just be in groups forever and they want to do something else, why do people get so mad? Like, that is like the dream, to be able to be like, oh, I want to switch my career or change it now. Like, I don't know, it's giving hateration. Hello, Jumping Boa. But yeah, so good luck to him. I think we'll probably just hit a duel with these next 2 topics. So we have reports that there's an ongoing negotiation for contract renewal with Lisa and YG Entertainment. And we keep getting reports that she's rejecting their offers. The last one I saw was that there was like a $40 million offer, and she rejected it. And I said, yes, ma'am, get that coin up. And yeah, so far we have. Now, a lot of people are saying this seems like an attack on Lisa, because I don't know. I read that another report that Jenny hadn't wrapped up her negotiations either, which makes like the hyper focus on Lisa kind of weird. But yeah, we've been hearing this for a couple seconds for a while. So, in you guys' opinion, do you think that there's an actual figure she's looking for, or this is just like, I don't want to renew, but I'll just entertain you until, I guess, you leave me alone and stop doing offers? As in, do you think she still wants to be under YG / in the group? And if not, why? And if so, why? You know? Also, they just wrapped up the last show of their tour, making it the last official schedule they have for their previous contracts, I guess you would say. So, yeah.
40 million's a lot. I just, what number is she looking for?
$2 billion.
Because I was like trying to say, I was looking at how much other people are worth. Beyonce is worth apparently like 500 million.
Oh.
Which I guess that's understandable. But who's somebody that's at Lisa's level?
In terms of fame?
Yeah.
That's really hard, because like K-pop, like I think with K-pop stars, even if they're not as globally known as a Western star, I feel like their fans are more rabid. And when you have more rabid fans, I feel like you're more worth more, because they're willing to spend more money on you. Like, like think about how, like, you know, some of these K-pop our groups are selling just as much as like big Western acts, right? And it's because there's like fans buying multiple copies. But like, you know, not people aren't doing that for Lizzo. People aren't doing that for, you know, insert big artist here. And maybe they can go toe to toe, like these Western acts can go toe to toe with like, you know, ticket sales or something like that. But in terms of like, you know, selling music and stuff like that, I feel like, I don't know, K-pop has been able to like cultivate a very, I don't want to say parasocial because I feel like that's negative, but very dedicated fan base that like will spend money on you, you know?
Yeah. So it says Jennie's estimated net worth is about 20 million as of 2023 in this random website.
Are you saying that Lisa should take less than Jennie?
No, but I'm saying if it's 20 million for Jennie and she got offered 40 million, that's double. Like, you just doubled your worth, basically.
I think somebody mentioned...
No, I feel like she doesn't want to be in it. Is what I'm coming to.
I feel like, and okay, this is the thing. People are going to say this is misogynistic, but it's not. I'm just stating the facts. But it kind of is based off of what Paola is saying right here. I think the problem is... I say this definitively, and the big four privileged girlies are going to come for me. At this point in time, Blackpink, none of them need YG. And I think that poses a problem because it's like, you really have to come with it to like, you know, there has to be a reason why they're under that label. Like, what can you offer them? Good management, connections, stuff like that. But I think Blackpink is this really interesting case where they're so famous that like, they outgrew the big three puppets. Shut up, don't fight me. Like, I feel like it's like one of those things where it's like, we can't, like, they're getting invited to all these events and stuff like that because it's Lisa, because it's Jennie, because it's Rose. Like, it's no longer just like a YG thing. So because of that, I feel like, you know, for all of them, but in particular, no offense, Lisa and Jennie, I feel like they're just like entity, like, I don't know, I just feel like those two are really like huge, like as individuals, in a way that maybe Love My Girl Down, but like Jisoo is not. So maybe Jisoo could still find some like, I mean, I would even say her too, like all of them. When I say all of them, I mean all of them. But maybe somebody like Jisoo could still find value being under YG, while it's just like Jennie and like Lisa and all of them, but like specifically I see them in like a global stage all the time, in like global like things, you know? So I feel like it's like really hard it will be really hard. But then adding, y'all, literally Lisa is not engaged, but dating somebody who probably has more power than anyone at YG right now. So it's like any deal that YG could broker, they could probably do it 10 times over, 10 times better, or help her get into the rooms. So I would not be surprised if now that she has that kind of power on her side, and again, I'm not saying that she needs it, because like I mentioned, she literally is famous and relevant and huge on her own, but adding to the fact that she's now attached to one of the richest families in the world, YG's gonna have to like $40 billion. She's like my man's family, they sneeze on that. I sneeze on that too. Like, what do you mean? Like, you know? So it's like, I feel like that might have something to do with it. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, you know, he's like, oh, we can do this, that for you, like, blah, blah. So I feel like it's harder to give her an offer because she's connected separate from YG to somebody so powerful now. So that's my thought. But I don't know. I also think, okay, now this is a bit problematic, but not really problematic. But I do think that Blackpink as a whole is very much like centered around Jennie. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I think every group has like a face and a center, whether that changes from comeback to comeback. But you kind of know who like is like the theme of the group kind of is. And I'm not saying that she feels this way or whatever, but it's like, you know, why would I get back into a group where you're going to make somebody that's not me the face when I'm literally huge, you know? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
That's true.
So.
Also, her solo music, I would have left as soon as they gave me that music. So
except money, right? Because money.
No, all of that.
How
all
dare?
All of it's trash.
How now, Brown Cow?
While Lisa, money,
How dare?
like it's all.
How dare? Okay, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see what the chat says. Let's see. Leanne says, I mean, it was 40 million won, right? Or $40, 40 or dollars, because we probably have to take that. Oh, that's true.
I looked up 40 million won to USD, and that's $30,000.
30,000?
Yeah.
Okay. It might have not been one.
I definitely wouldn't have taken that if it's one. If it's
he's like, I'll offer you a nickel, no more, no less.
If that's the case, then I don't know what they're trying to convince. They're not doing well.
Okay, it must have been 40 million. Sorry if this is incorrect. I'm trying to look through my bookmarks to see if I can find it. So annoying that you can't arrange bookmarks, but you know, Elon Musk hates us all. Yeah. But
you can bookmark on here?
Yeah, you can bookmark things. That little thing.
I just saw it, yeah.
You're like, you learn something new every day. Yeah.
Basically, list. What the heck is a list?
I have not figured out lists yet, I'll be honest. But yeah.
Communities? Hold on. I'm in confusion. What is this? New? Has this always been here?
Communities or lists? Yes. Bookmarks, I'm pretty sure. Communities, I don't even know what that is, so I'm not sure.
Huh.
Dang, why is this not being followed? Oh my god. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna read the rest of these comments and then I have another topic that I thought was interesting. Andre says, I mean, shoot, hold out for the most money. I honestly don't expect YG to let the members leave the company but still stay in the group, mainly because I've never seen it. True. Because I think that would be a pretty apt arrangement, so she could do most of her own thing but then still be in the group, you know, and then that's gonna be under YG. But YG doesn't seem the type to let people do.
I mean, they also haven't had the chance, have they? They either have kicked out their members or the group as a whole is just left. Or it was so far back that, like, at that time, people leaving the group, it wasn't ordinary for them to stay in the group. I mean, leaving the company. So, like, when Minji left, I feel like that was a time when people would leave and it's like you weren't invited to stay in the group.
Yeah.
But now it's a normal thing. Then Icon left as a unit. They also kicked out BI.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, is that like, would it still be the case? Because there's no real example that's recent.
True. Do we have any examples of them copywriting like names and stuff? Because I feel like that would be the best, like, you know, way to check the temperature of how they feel.
That's true.
I feel like there was something with 2NE1, but I might be making that up. With like having to like buy back the name or something. Honest. Yeah. That just gives I feel bad, but it seems like a vindictive company.
Yes, it does.
Not to say
after the whole Burning Sun stuff, I'm like, what's going on over there? Y'all are crazy.
True. Paola says, I agree. Jenny is going to try and make it in Hollywood. Scared for her having a Hollywood type scandal. Lisa, it girl influencer. Jisoo gonna vibe and act sometimes. And Rose is gonna keep releasing music, but not under YG. She definitely gives me the music is like, I'm here for music, girls. I don't know about y'all, but I'm here for music, you know? So I definitely agree with that assessment. I feel though, like at this point though, with Jenny Ruby Jane, like after the idol stuff, I think it kind of backfired on her because it was seen as a joke. But I feel like it did kind of introduce people to, okay, I'm the type of person that's willing to do something more raunchy and risky. So if you have a problem with that, stop standing me now or go away, like get over it. So yeah. Like I know that like a show's different from like an actual IRL scandal, but it's like at this point, I feel like people see her a bit differently. And are kind of over, like, you know.
That's true.
Oh my god, Jordy said, what's sad is that I think Lisa likes her solo music. As she should, because Money was a bop.
I'm sorry. I was really looking forward to that. I was like, you're my favorite in this group. And then that came out and I was like, wow, I don't think you can be my favorite anymore. Like,
how dare.
I'll watch you perform, but the music is not there anymore. I don't feel it. anymore.
The heart isn't there in the money.
No. And the fact that people were dragging it when it came out, everybody agreed. We were all like, yeah, this song's so bad, right, guys? And then it got popular on TikTok, and everybody was like, wow, this song's a bop. Like, hold on.
Nah,
because I like this.
The people who were dragging it were aunties and, like,
were they?
Army. No, just kidding.
Because there was me.
And XOL.
Looking forward to this. XOL does not, they don't hate Blackpink. They just made that up.
Or did they? Just trying to start a mess. Literally, never listen to me, y'all, because I just be shady and annoying for no reason. I don't ever mean it, like, which is such a cop-out. I'm like, when I mean, I'm not. No, just kidding. Michael says, the thing I worry about is YG's connection within the industry. I just don't want to see them get blacklisted. I see Jenny, Rose, and Lisa going more into the Western market. Love to you both. Oh, thank you. That is a good point. And I don't think that YG has enough of a stronghold in the West to really blacklist them. Yeah, maybe in Korea I could see maybe, like, even if Lisa does have, like, I don't even know, because again, like, I'm banking on Lisa's, like, the family that she's now attached to being able to, like, be like, they thought that they weren't gonna let you perform on Inkigayo. But it's like,
that's true.
Is a group like Blackpink even performing on Inkigayo like that anymore? Like, no, like, I'm not trying to be shady, but they seem like the type to, like, debut on Good Morning America now, like, because they have, like, a more international, global facing kind of thing now. And BTS does this too. So before anyone tries to say I'm saying anything specifically about Blackpink, listen, a lot of groups do. Well, not all of them debut on, like, Wendy Williams, but like a lot. How are you doing?
All the people.
Wonder Girls did it first. Like, look at y'all. They were the first ones.
Were they on Wendy Williams?
Yes. You don't know that iconic clip where she's like, "안녕하세요." Like, she does it like that. How you doing? She's like, "안녕하세요." Oh my god, I have to show you. They performed Nobody.
I can hear it. I don't even think I have to see it. I can already see it in my head.
It was really funny. But yeah, they kind of ate. Didn't they just give the copyright to Icon recently, and that was after a while, like the name Icon?
I think they came back with it like a couple of months ago.
But it was that, did they, like, not, were they not able to use it up until then?
It took me a while to even realize that they weren't even under YG. I think I, like, missed that whole entire thing.
Trevi Boo says, curious which comebacks y'all have been vibing with. That's a great question. I don't know.
Who came back?
I was gonna say, this is kind of old, but I think probably my vibiest was, I don't know what I said in the episode when we reviewed New Jeans, but I actually do listen to Super Shy and ETA a lot. And also, all the things that XG has been doing, I was very delayed on it, but they, like...
New Dance is my song. I love that song. Anyway.
Girl Gang was good too. I just found I feel like I kind of paid it dust when it first dropped. Cake by ITZY, loved that. When I first saw the choreo, I was like, eat 8,
wow.
Eat 8, eat 8, eat 8. Like, it was
opposite.
How?
I was like, song sounds good, but this dance is throwing me off.
Really?
Like, something about the footwork, I'm like, it looks messy to me, and I'm like, y'all are not all together. Y'all look like you're just kind of like trying to fit this random fast movement into small amount of time.
Okay, I could kind of see that. I don't know. It's just like quirky to, like, it's different. It's quirky.
The song is good though.
Yeah, the song's really, really good. I don't know how it's doing on the charts though, because I know a lot of people are like, it's in dire need of like a hit or whatever. They're gonna disband tomorrow. But I haven't really seen. But what do you guys been listening to? Also, of course, like the EXO comeback, even though they were like, bye.
Gosh, they really just disappeared.
My man did come back, and unfortunately I have not watched, so no spoilers, y'all. I wanted to be in the right mind space. You know, I was thinking of watching it when it dropped, like early in the morning, but I was having trouble. full disclosure, I've been having jet lag since I came back from Japan, so I've been really struggling to go to sleep. So like my goal is to just sleep like at least 7 hours in a row, but I keep waking up like in the middle of the night, and so when I wake up I have to immediately try to go back to bed. I was actually awake, and I was like, oh, it's out. Nah, because if I start watching it, then I'll start like looking at responses and stuff like that, and I really need to go to sleep. So I do that. Yeah. Exactly. It's like a slippery slope. So we'll talk about that next week. I'm like, nobody speak about it. But yeah, Jazz, what other songs have you been vibing to? Comebacks. It can be the year.
I don't know who came. Like, I just genuinely cannot think of any song. Who came back? I listened to only like, sadly, AT still.
She's an AT's lit, y'all. She said, Shumin, get your old ass out of here, Shumin, all right?
Honestly, I feel so bad because I'm like, I should be listening to EXO's album a lot more than I do. But I listen to AT's like a lot.
You're in with the old
an XG.
In with the old up with the new. I'm just kidding. Dang, you're kicking Red Velvet to the curb too.
I mean, they didn't come back this year.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I listened to what's it called for a long time, Birthday, when that came out.
By Somi?
That was like,
oh,
what? No.
Oh, Somi's come back too. Loved that. I don't know why people were saying that bad. I think it was camp. I love it anytime something's like considered bad, people are like, it's camp. But I did really like it, and I feel like she's like kind of exuding this confidence and this yes queen, slay queen like energy that like I feel like I haven't seen from her before.
So but she can be camp, but when ATEEZ is camp doing bouncy, it's like, oh,
boy groups will never be camp. I'm so sorry.
You literally call them camp all the time.
Do I?
Like, every time you do the dance, you're like, oh gosh, it's so camp.
Okay, y'all, I'm fake. Oh, Andre, yes, school me. SNSD on Regis and Kelly. I believe.
Oh, I think I remember that.
I actually watched that live. So-ons, listen, historian right here. But I think Wonder Girls were first though on Wendy Williams. I swear it might have been around the same time. No, it had to have been
the first people to be on American
talk show. I think so. I swear it had to have been because The Boys came out in like 2011 and Wonder Girls, well, nobody came out in 2008, but I feel like they only started like bringing it, like they made the English version and started doing maybe 2009, 2010, but I feel like it had to be first. But yes, that's true. Regis and Kelly was
2009 for Wendy Williams.
And Young Hussein Ho.
720. What was it? SNSD?
The Boys, Regis and Kelly. Regis and Kelly. Rest in peace, Regis.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I forget some of these people are dead.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck?
It is kind of weird.
Someone else died recently.
Betty White.
I was like, oh, yeah. No, Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, I was so sad about that. I loved him. I love the Pee Wee Herman show.
2012?
Ooh, None of Your Business was good, though. But I feel like it was like that classic kind of R&B, like early 2000s.
Is it?
It was giving similar to aespa had a song like this, like Decom like insert song. Like
I thought Boys Like You was more like that.
Maybe I'm mixing up the songs.
The boys wanna kiss you.
That song was kind of. It was giving like Kids' Choice Awards. No offense.
I like that one way more than None of My Business was too repetitive, and it like every time I hear it, I'm like, it's none of my business, none of my business, none of my business. It sounds very.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I will say
it's decent.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think there's a song with ITZY where I was like, ah! Well,
oh yeah, no,
yeah.
Well, Sneakers.
Oh well, you know what? People liked it, so I'll give it a W. Some people might not have. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I was just like, okay, this is nice for somebody else.
Clicking off.
I've been loving Lee Chaeyeon's new comeback. Wait,
she came back.
She came back.
I did like the knock, na 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 knocking on your heart.
I struggled through singing that with you, but you know, I like that song. I like the dance for that song.
Yeah. I was watching people like do the moving one. They like had a one where she would walk across the room.
Oh yeah, there was like I saw somebody do like there's like 3 levels of hardness to her dance.
Yeah.
Oh,
I saw that too.
is it this Let's Dance song?
Let's dance.
Let me
Let's dance.
Oh, thank you for the love trivia. Oh my god. Okay. Hwasa has been killing it. Tomi Jisho. Oh yeah, Jisho came up with her solo album. How the heck did I forget that? Stacy, Rise. Oh,
I liked Rise. Rise is good.
Not you already kicking NCT to the curb for Rise. I just am sick.
NCT. What's it called? 127 is about to come back, and I think Wavy's also supposed to come back as well.
What unit came back with Baggy Jeans?
Baggy. That was NCTU.
Oh, okay.
That was like their big album with everybody.
I like Baggy Jeans.
That was the Seventh Sense group.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I love that song. Iconic. Red Velvet has the Spinning Rumors too. That was another one. These rumors that specifically what I've been hearing is that Irene is not going to renew her contract. I think we already got news that Sugi did, or maybe that was old, but I think that was the big thing that people were saying, or there were reports that Irene didn't plan on renewing. And so obviously, that leads down to the question, who will renew, and will Red Velvet, this almost 10-year group, will we still see them as 5? Will they go back down to 4? Somebody pointed that out there. Like, if Red Velvet becomes a 4-member group again, I don't know what to do. And I was like, that's so true. As the core or the premier Revelov thoughts.
Hopefully they don't break up. That would be sad.
I mean,
I don't know.
Do you?
What?
No, what were you gonna say?
I mean, if they stay together, I want them to have a better comeback. That's all I want. I want them to go back to like Psycho or Bad Boy or something.
Well, they are having a comeback, I guess. So I forget. There's rumors that they're gonna do a third album. Their third full-length album is coming out, I think is what I read. So I don't know, because it's weird, because there's the reports that Irene's not renewing, so I don't know if this is like a last thing before that happens, or yeah. But I mean, yeah, I was looking in the r/K-pop, and apparently it's not going to be part of the Revel Fest thing, so it's like a new chapter.
Thank you. Ended.
Oh yeah. What? Okay, let's top 3 Red Velvet songs. Comeback singles.
Dum Dum.
Wow.
Psycho.
Wow. No more good songs. You heard it here first.
No, it's like the rest. I'm like, it's like they're like even. I want to say Ice.
Oh,
either Ice Cream Cake or Automatic.
Oh, that was just a good era. Like they sometimes I get so like nostalgic and feel so old when people are like, oh my god, like New Jeans is redefining whatever, because they remind me so much of Red Velvet, and it just reminds me of like how like Red Velvet's like concepts were so nice and well done and well coordinated. Not to say that they aren't now, but it had that kind of air of being cool and like kind of eerie almost sometimes. Like it just reminds me of that so much, and I'm just like, I feel like we haven't gotten that kind of Red Velvet, at least with like a main track, in a really long time. But I would say I agree with Ice Cream Cake. Definitely love Automatic, but I just feel like Ice Cream Cake, like the concept, the music video was just so good. And then I really do like Dum Dum, but I feel like again, great concept, great music. But I don't want to do everything so heavy to like their like earlier stuff. I know, that's what because it makes it seem like since then it's been downhill. But well,
I said Psycho, so I was like, I'm good.
I feel like,
did you like Feel My Rhythm?
I did like Feel My Rhythm, but I definitely wouldn't say it was a top comeback. I definitely think it's better than Psycho. But
or Queendom.
Queendom was also very good. That was very like both two very catchy songs. I would say that the concept specifically when they did that They were like in that like ballroom and they danced to Feel My Rhythm.
Yeah.
That was so gorgeous. But I definitely would say probably Ice Cream Cake, Bad Boy. Maybe Peekaboo was also a really good
Oh yeah,
song.
that was on my
Yeah.
Peekaboo and Russian Roulette.
Russian Roulette was so good. I don't know. I don't even think I named a concrete 3, but there it is. Hoop, there it is. Leanne says Psycho, Bad Boy, and Dum Dum. Hers is like
closed.
Yeah. Leanne also says, according to Soompi, Red Velvet just confirmed their comeback. Okay, so I always trust a good Soompi confirmation. Andre says, I haven't heard anything about Irene since that came out. Of course, then they said Red Velvet's having a full comeback in November. Yeah, that's pretty weird. Maybe it was just a scare tactic.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they did the same thing with like EXO when they're like, when CBX was like, yeah, so we're trying to leave. And then someone was like, well, they're coming back. So anyway, we'll figure it out. Or they'll have to figure it out. I don't know.
That's so true.
Y'all figure it out.
Shady. Andre says, listen, RV's discography always eats no crumbs. And that's just facts. On facts.
Yes.
But yeah. The boy groups were hella camp when they were butchering the smoke dance challenge.
What is that?
Okay, so this is a great segue. So, as some of you guys may know, Street Woman Fighter 2 came back recently. And so, Street Man Fighter is the show where they get a bunch. It's basically like America's Best Dance Crew kind of, but they get a bunch of crews. And in the first season, it was all female Korean crews. The second season was all male Korean crews, and then this season it's mostly female Korean crews, but it had a Japanese crew, and then also has like a foreigner crew, or like a Western crew, I guess you'd say. They're not all American. I think like 2 are American, 2 of them are from New Zealand, whatever. And so it's basically they do different challenges and create dances and do dance routines, and then it's always like a mixture of like there's a bunch of different ways you can be eliminated in rounds and way you can get points, but like it's a mixture of like judges scores and then viewership on like YouTube and stuff like that. So one of the most iconic challenges is this challenge where they break the groups up into like 5, I guess, teams. There's like leader, sub leader, middle, rookies. There's like another one, but I forget. But basically, so all the leaders from each group have to create like they all get like a small like 30-second music clip, and they have to create choreography for it, and then all the leaders vote on which one's the best, and then they all learn the choreography, and then they all dance it, and they have to vote on which one's the best dancer, and then that person, when they inevitably film a music video for it, that person gets to be like the face of the dance or whatever. And so like each year, I feel like each year the leaders, because they do this for the leaders, the sub leaders, the middles, the rookies, or whatever, the leaders dance goes viral. I don't know if you remember that. Yes, I'll be your mama. Yes, I'll be your nana. Na, 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 na. Or literally the one we were talking about with, I think his name is Vata, the nama nama na.
The one that you stole it from AT.
Yeah. I love how like a year ago that would not be responsive to that.
Oh no, yeah. I would have been like, who?
He stole it. He smacked
AT's
He smacked them and said, give me. But yeah, so the one that's going kind of viral this year is there's a dancer on there named Bada Lee, and she made this thing, and she made a choreography to this song by Dynamic Duo called Smoke, and so now all the idols are doing it. And so yeah, a lot of just different male idols have been doing it. In particular, there's female idols too, but listen, I've been seeing some good stuff. I've been seeing some stuff that I'm like, because the thing is, I feel bad because I feel like everyone becomes a professional dancer when this airs, because they're like, nah, they didn't have the, like, because you feel emboldened. So I don't want to speak on everyone, but some of them I'm just like, interesting interpretation of the dance. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'll admit I'm kind of a TikTok watcher in that I haven't actually watched the full episode. I just watch clips on TikTok and YouTube. But at least I'm being honest.
That JYP thing.
Oh,
I've never watched an episode, but every time I see a clip, it's just so freaking funny. I'm just being like, wow, that was terrible. Yeah. But, you tried.
That's crazy.
You just be smiling at them, dissing them. It didn't make any sense.
Oh, okay, we have stands. Oh, hi Sally, hi Megan, hey everyone, welcome to the Sleepy Idol. Oh, okay, sorry, more Red Velvet. Zimzalabim. Russian roulette. Sometimes I forgot that existed. But in terms of cruise, that was my question. What cruise are you guys interested in? What cruise do you want to win? It seems like Jam Republic. So Jam Republic has like a lot of Westerners. Like it has Kirsten Dogan, who
I was say Kirsten Dunst. I was about to be like, what?
It has
She dances?
Kirsten Dunst, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Imagine. She's like, by Goop. Like each performance that she does.
She's just eating up. But yeah, they're like, and they have ties to the royal family. I don't know, like the
royal family. Ooh.
No, not that royal family. The dance crew, you might remember them because they did that.
I think I know. I've heard that.
Yeah. So
okay. I was like, what the? You just said they're from different areas. What royal family?
They actually serve in the British military. No. But yeah, so they're pretty popular. And then there's Tsubasa Kill, which was, I guess, the other foreign crew. They were a Japanese crew. Spoilers, they got eliminated like the last episode. Or they were the first elimination, which was...
Wow, I was going to watch the show.
Get out. You said that so unmoved. You're like, wow, I was going to watch the show. Like, literally, you fell asleep halfway through that statement. But I really do like Jam Republic. I did like Tsubasa Kill. Like, they were really cute. The dance I showed you, the click like.
That thing. Them?
That was... So the girl who made the dance was one of the people from Jam Republic. So yeah, her name is Latrice. So I'm surprised that one's not. Yeah, I'm surprised that one's not popping off more. I feel like maybe it's like the leader's dance is always the one to go viral, but I feel like that one was really. I do see a lot of people covering it, but I'm surprised more idols aren't covering it because I feel like
seeing her.
She danced with Lay.
Yeah, I've seen I've seen her TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I've seen her, like, yeah, I've just seen her TikTok before.
Then you better stand.
And she was, like, I watched her, like, dancing in different things. And I was like, oh, she's really good. I didn't know she was in the show.
I don't know how that...
Now I'm going to watch. And now you ruined it for me.
Okay. She never watches.
Now I know who's leaving.
She never watches. I mean, you can still... I think that's what's nice about social media, that even the crews that get eliminated and stuff, you can still, like, follow them on social media and keep up with them. So it's not like they're just, like, wiped from the face. Okay, so what do you want from us? What do you want from us, Jazz?
To erase my memory.
But yeah, I was also sad that a Tsubasa Kill got eliminated. Megan says it could be like a SNSD thing in which contracts are in the works during holiday night era for RV. Who knows if they have a lot of stages during it. I'm just speculating on. No, it could be.
No. I don't need another disappointment this year. EXO already did that with their like 2 stages and then disappearing into the night.
I just don't know how it's not awkward that like that whole thing happened with CBX and then they're like, all right, I guess not. And then Baekhyun
I feel like
left.
They did something. What?
Didn't Baekhyun leave?
No.
Something happened with Baekhyun. A lot. Yeah, something happened. I just believe he like started his own label or something.
Oh yeah, he has like his own little label thing of like, I don't think it has anything to do with like actual I think it's entertainment, but I think it's like for dancers.
Oh.
And I think he's working with somebody else. And then as someone was like, he never told us, and then I think that just died after that. They were like, whatever.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was confused. I thought it was that.
Yeah, he's still in the group. He's still there.
Oh, I thought it was like he left and like it's gonna be like he's still an EXO, but he controls like he's on his own label, but then he does EXO stuff. Like I thought that's what it was. I don't
think so. I'm pretty sure it's like some side label that he's working with somebody else, and it's like not for idols. It's for like I think dancers.
Oh, Jay Park had one of those. Ooh, so he's gonna enter them in a Street Men Fighter too next year.
Imagine.
He's just putting together just for that. Megan mentioned, Bada has a lot of connections, and I think that, okay, as Sally says, My guess is because for like the smoke dance being more popular, my guess is because it looks cooler and more masculine. That's probably is it. One thing about Bada that's really crazy is that this is gonna sound so close-minded, but I've never seen a female dancer in like the realm of like Korean K-pop embody such like a masculine moves. Like she has so many videos where, you know, she kind of like covers her hair or whatever, and you would actually think she was like a dude. And it's like, it's such an interesting like dance style, like, and I feel like it's similar to what you're saying. Maybe that's it, because it gives like this stronger thing. While I click, like there are more like stronger parts, but it also is very sexy. So if you can't really embody that, you might stay away from it or whatever. And also it has like a very interesting beat in terms of like how the like dance hits the beat. I feel like it might be difficult for people to get, but yeah. But yeah, Bada it's so interesting because I feel like this is what happened last time with Street Women Fighter, that like you found out about all these dancers and choreographers that are like running the idol dance world. Like they choreograph everything and they're like submitting to everything. But Megan mentions that Bada choreographed Rover by Kai and aespa's Next Level. So that could be the reason why.
Is Bada in this season?
Bada Lee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like as a contestant?
Yeah, she's the leader of...
Oh.
Do you know her?
I thought she would be like a judge.
Oh, you know, that's so funny because that's what people were saying about Kirsten too. They're like, she seems very too like popular.
Seasoned.
Yeah, seasoned to just be whatever. But I mean, the judges they have, and that was one of the things, it's this guy named Mike Show? Something, I forget. There's Monica, who was the leader of one of the crews from season 1. She's also a dancer. And then Shonu from Monster X is also a judge. And I had heard a lot of backlash about him. I think like the just general like, why is a man there? Why is an idol there? Type thing. But I feel like he has a background with like street dancing or something. I mean, that might be, I don't know. Everyone has a background with street dancing. That's what they said about Daniel. I mean, I'm assuming it's true. But Andre says, but when is Lay coming back? Coming back to where?
What? Like, coming back to his... Oh, he already came back with his own music.
Lay is like...
But are you talking about coming back to EXO? Because I think never. Maybe when they're 50 years old, they'll come back together. You know,
reunion
like, wow,
tour.
remember those days?
Yeah, I've given it up because the fact that it's not even like a question when they like, it's not like they don't even have to answer where Lay is or anything like that. I feel like it's pretty clear. Like I feel like everyone's on a Bada does have a chokehold on the girlies because that's how I found out about it. I saw like a edit of her and everyone was like, why is she not my wife? It was cute though. Paula says like, why show? I heard it was supposed to be a different member, but then he had to go to the army or something. But that's what the
dang, not even like why would they didn't even want it?
Wait, let me pull that
drag
back.
Him more.
No, let me pull that back because I feel like that was just somebody saying that on Reddit. Like now that I think about it, I don't know.
Who else would they want? I'm confused.
Who's the
Who
one
went to the army?
Well, let's find out. They wanted
oh wait, I Am didn't he? Oh no, the other one. Better get confused with I Am.
Army. I'm like, who's in the army right now? Oh, speaking of army, someone got their wish and they released news on you. Army, please. Like BTS Army, please.
It's not a wish.
It's not
it's
me.
Just I was concerned. I was very concerned. He is my favorite, but I'm like, I was always just like, how is he still here? Like, Kai got sent off in a box without him even knowing
Not a
he
box.
was going to the army. And he was born in 1994. How the heck was Suga just walking around, born in 1993,
because
doing a tour? He did a tour. Like, this doesn't make any sense.
Because they said that's sugar right there. That's sugar, you know, period.
I didn't need another Robbie situation where it's just like, okay, all right.
Oh my god, no.
Jail time.
Dang, that's so,
like, I don't need it.
Honestly, that's so scary how that just happened. Like, they just his career just swiftly ended.
Yeah.
Like, that was...
Vix's going through it.
Yeah, that's crazy. And the girlies were crushed when they found out that Bada has a boyfriend. Yeah, they found out she has a boyfriend, and it's so precious because he was on Street Man Fighter. He's also
really?
a dancer. Yeah, it's really cute. Apparently, there are a lot of like dance couples. I saw like a TikTok about that. Like, I was like, that's so precious meeting your like significant other, and you're both passionate about the same thing. All right. Andre says, wait, is Boa still a judge, or is that just the first 2 seasons? Yeah, I don't know why they changed it, but yeah, I guess it was just the first 2. Was she a judge for Street Man Fighter? Because I didn't watch Street Man Fighter, but I know she was the first season. It was her, Woo Young. Who was the other person? I don't remember.
Who's the second person?
Woo Young from 2 p.m. Yeah. Boa was a judge for the first couple seasons. I think she got backlash. I do remember her getting backlash. People had like, I don't know the specifics, but people were kind of like, didn't like some of the critique and commentary she gave. The face stands for something. Oh yeah, I think it was in Hyuk from Super Junior.
I love him. Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm surprised they didn't take him instead of Shonu. I was like,
yeah. I wonder why.
I guess
they changed
was doing that random SM show for the new boy group.
Oh, Reason?
That isn't Rise.
Oh.
No, the one that's the Japanese.
Oh, I was like, there's another.
NCT unit. The last NCT unit, I guess.
The last NCT unit. Oh, also, Leah from ITZY is going to take an extended hiatus due to health concerns. So hopefully, that's always good that, the normalization of taking rests and breaks for health.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The slow dancing song debuted at 51 on the Billboard Hot 100. Stop.
No, I feel bad because like I haven't listened to anything that he released. Like literally nothing.
Fake stan.
And I remember like I feel like he just dropped it out of nowhere. And then I just like was on YouTube one day and was scrolling down and I was like, is this a music video?
Mm-hmm.
What is this?
No.
And then I was like, I'll come back to it, and then I never did.
You hear that, Army? You hear that, Army? She fake. No. But I think like I don't know if that was because he's so different. He's so avant-garde. So I feel like it's purposeful.
Like
he's not like other boys. He's not like other members of BTS. So I feel like partially like he's releasing it in a way that he wants to, and it's very like not. I don't want to say not traditional, but it's very like as opposed to. Don't fight me, y'all, because I love Jungkook, but I think that the way that Jungkook released his stuff was very much like, obviously he loves music, blah blah, but this is to maximize attention, streams, success. We want to make a big footprint, like we want to make a big splash, and that makes sense because looking at Jungkook, hearing how he sings, seeing like his fan base. He seems like the type that is going to be the next big pop boy. Like that's what so they did it accordingly. Versus V's rollout was like, if you want to listen, go ahead. I made this for me. So
yeah,
if you don't want to listen, that's fine. I don't actually care because I feel like the music is definitely not. I mean, it's good, but it's definitely not like pop pack punch type thing, and it's music that I feel like most people expected from him. The rollout was very much like, here you go, also here's the album, so it's not like friends could prepare to like do like all the projects and shit. And it was just very like, even that first music video was like very just like a video of him singing like just looking and singing, like it wasn't super like whatever. So I think though it's driving some fans that want to give him like the number 1 on Billboard, want to give him the million sales in a day, crazy, because they want to be able to compete. But I feel like the way that he rolled this out was very anti-charts, anti-stats, anti-competing, anti-flexing accomplishments type thing. So a lot of them are like, especially the ones that are like solo stands and are like, we gotta get the record back from Jungkook or we gotta show Jimin fans, they're like, no, wait, oh. Like, it's so funny to see people being like, well, maybe if Big Hit did this, that, and the third. And it's like, I feel like we're at the point where BTS gets to dictate that kind of stuff. And he probably chose to do this.
Yeah, and if everybody else got that treatment, like, and he just didn't, I don't think it's like mistreatment. I don't think they're like, you're just not gonna get, like, we budgeted it out and like everyone else has enough money for the teasers and whatnot.
Jungkook's jeans took half the freaking budget. So granted, there are some solo stan army that like do be fighting and do be comparing, oh well, they got this type of reliance, especially with Jimin and Jungkook. I've noticed that there was a lot of fighting there, but yeah, I think.
And what can they fight about? I feel like they had the same.
They're fine. They'll figure it out. I think one of the, I don't know. I didn't look through the threads too much because I just realized it was like, at first I was like, is there something here? But then it ended up kind of just seeming like bickering and like really like, minuscule.
In fact, I feel like Jimin had more things that he did like along the way. Like he did like the Taeyong thing. He did like a Fast and Furious collaboration. Oh
yeah.
I feel like he had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, what are we fighting about?
Because I think like it's because, which is so crazy because Jimin also debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. So what are you mad about? Like they both did that. Like, but I feel like a lot of them were like, because I think Jungkook's Spotify streams were kind of insane. So I feel like they were like, well, maybe if X, Y, and Z and Z, Y, and X kind of thing. I think
maybe anything.
It really could. But I also just think that like at some point you can't blame other fans, because I think that's what also was the thing. They're like, blame the company and then blame the fans for not putting in the same work. But what you have to understand is that yes, there are like OT7 stands that are going to support anything that BTS comes out with. And then, but you also have to understand that there's solo stands that only care about one member, and that's fair as long as they're not cheating on other members. And then there's the general public casual stands that only care about some members. So like if your fave hasn't tapped into that, then it doesn't matter what the fandom does. They're not going to have the same result for every member, because there's just one that appeals to the public more and the public cares about more. And whether that's not necessarily a member thing. It could be the music was just more appealing. The music video style was just more appealing, So I don't know. Oh, how do we feel about his dog debut on Inkigayo? Did he bring his dog V? Wait, V?
First of all, he performed?
I didn't know either, but I know for the album there's like this a picture of his dog like is on the album, like it's like it's like a dot black and white kind of picture or whatever on the album. And I was like, you can tell that this is very personal because why are you? I just bought his album recently at Target, but I feel like I've heard his whole album already, but I haven't put it on my computer. I gotta listen to it more. Oh, I did not know he worked with Minhee Jin from New Jeans.
Oh yeah, I did know that because I remember people were like, V, what are you doing? We hate we don't like her. Like, what are you doing? And V was like, I don't care. I need money.
I really love his album. I'm planning to buy his and J-Hope's physical soon. Ooh. Honestly, and I really wish that people would like sometimes dial it back and just be like, hey, is this a good album? Is this something you like? And like walk away from the fanfare of like sales and stuff like that, because it's just so petty, especially with a group where like he could sell one copy, which is just not realistic, but like he'd be fine. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they've built their wealth, they've built their legacy, Okay, right? Okay, that's what I thought. I saw somebody unboxing it that his dog's on album, which I think is so precious.
It's like a digitized version.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
So
I was like, didn't know how to describe it, but that's why I feel like it's so like more personal, Solo stands when I screamed at the sky like that's it to me. Leanne says, I saw that on Twitter. That dog looked bamboozled.
He looks angry. Like he's about to beat me up.
Listen to the album now or else.
It has nothing to do with Layover either. Like what? The album's name is Layover, and then you got a picture of your dog looking angry.
That's why I was like, he's doing what he feels like, you know, and that's great. I feel like knowing that my bias is, or my faves group or whatever, is at a place where they can really just do whatever and share, like, you know, the kind of music they want to make, the kind of album they want to make, like silly little things like having their dog on the cover and stuff like that. That would put me at so much ease. Aseli says, plus they're BTS. At this point, they're at the status where people can still go and buy their music. Exactly. Like, what was it? I actually, this might be 17, but like the fact that people are actually like buying old albums and things like that, like they're fine people. But yeah, I'm gonna skip this because, like I said, I haven't listened. But look at him, looking like an egg.
Oh,
a cute egg.
What does that mean?
I don't know. He's just cute. B2B Blue. Okay, so oh, okay. Somebody mentioned this, but Lightsum's coming back. Why by Boy Next Door debuts at 162? Lightsum?
No, Boy Next Door.
Oh, they no.
I know they debuted.
Okay, I don't
like a couple months ago.
Oh
yeah, they had another song 2 weeks ago.
I love why ... I don't think I listened to any of their songs outside the one that they danced with Kyungsu.
Very Zico.
The song?
You can tell it's a Zico.
Oh yeah. I almost forgot. Y'all, we need to get these numbers up. What's going on r/K-pop?
I'll put it down.
How dare you?
I'm down, but where is it?
Here. Yo, XO expectation.
Wait, let's see if you can see it go down. Oh no, it's not the right one. That's a music video.
Look at her trying to just yuck my yum. How dare she?
Was it 223?
It was 15 hours. Oh yeah, it was 213. So this is not even accurate.
Mine says 222.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about the Rain drama that I did not even know existed, but I was so...
Is this a K-Con thing?
Yeah. So...
I just don't understand that.
I was sick to my stomach because I said, the kids are acting up. The kids are acting up. That's what I thought it was. So if you guys don't know, K-Con LA happened like 40 years ago, but I was, you know, on vacation. So I didn't talk about it. But it happened, and for some reason they had Rain's ancient ass shaking his bones for these kids. Just kidding. Okay, for people who don't know, that was my original bias. I stand, you know, I'm just kidding. But like, I know that none of y'all, like the young kids, know who Rain is. Like, I'm coping. But essentially, apparently, he got dissed at KCON because people were just like, you know those like edits when they do it and the person's dancing and it's like squeak, 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 squeak. That's what it might have been on his show. I mean, during his performance, because people were thinning out, people were quiet, and at first I was like, well, I could see if none of them kids, because like there's like a big like Rain is a first gen idol, and yes, he's been putting out, like, he puts out songs during second gen, third gen, whatever, but I would say his peak popularity was probably like 2008ish, 6 to maybe like 10ish, 12ish, and then he had like a bit of resurgence like 2ish years ago. But like, I would not expect somebody who like first group they ever stand being Stray Kids to be like super into Rain or whatever, like, you know. So I thought it was just like a matter of like, okay, maybe they kind of missed the mark here inviting Rain. Ain't nobody know his songs besides Rainism because Jungkook performed it 10 years ago or whatever. But I was like, ooh, stale. But then I was like, no, like I started to look around, and no, it was like an active ass boycott because people were mad because he had a group called Cypher that apparently he paid dust to after they didn't hit big. So from my understanding, this was a group that was formed on like one of those like variety like shows. If you correct me if I'm wrong, but it was basically a lot of people were mad because some of the comments he made about how like he was like, you know, giving his all, and people are like, okay, well, so were the members. But I think what really rubbed people the wrong way is that, and I'm embarrassed to say this, but a lot of people were referencing how like he kind of left M Black, which was a group that he formed under his like first label own label after leaving JYP, J2, and Camp. He formed them, and they were actually really successful. But then they kind of just died out and flopped, and it kind of seemed like he jumped ship. I think at the time he like left and joined Cube. But like, you know, a lot of people, you know, they like, you know, they were selling their like Inkigayo trophies at like yard sales and stuff. Like it ended pretty poorly, and like, you know, some of the members were able to like stay afloat. You know, Gio, I believe he like is like a streamer now.
Is he?
I'm pretty sure he like is a streamer with his wife or
girlfriend. He was my favorite.
Yeah, with his little mustache. I don't know if oh, that made him look 57, but you know, he was so good. He was. I liked it. I was here for it. But yeah, and so like a lot of people were like, Rain is a no good, dirty, rotten cheat. Because he has now made, and not to mention that he had other groups on that label. I think one was, there was a female group called like 2X. And then I remember there was a solo female singer that was supposed to debut called Dahi. Don't know what happened to her. But they were basically like, yeah, Rain is like a flop CEO who keeps like promising these kids success and then abandoning them when it doesn't work out. And I will say wholeheartedly, when Rain first announced that he was going to do a label, specifically like a label where he was going to have other artists, I was like, why? Because this was right after he broke from JYP. You know, he had a Rainism or whatever. And then all of a sudden he announced this. And I was like, why? You just got free from your label. You just, you know, got a chance to do your own thing. And you immediately want to become a CEO. Why? And I also think, I mean, JYP, he obviously is one of the few big three CEOs. Actually, I think he's the only that's like an active artist. I don't think he's even the CEO of JYP anymore. I don't know why I keep saying that.
I don't think so.
But like one of the faces of the labels that are actually active or whatever. But even him, like when he was like, you know, making these groups and stuff, it's not like he came back every 2 seconds. So I'm like, if you want to be an active artist, don't also be the CEO of a company. Like, I feel like it doesn't work. Like, one thing has to suffer, or not suffer, but one thing you'll have to pull back on, either the effort you put into yourself as a solo artist, or the effort you're actually putting into, like, your acts and stuff like that. Even, I know y'all burn your eyelids burn when I mention him, but Jay Park, I wouldn't even say he's that good of a CEO. He just was good at distributing his clout to people and giving people a platform. But yeah, so I just felt I kind of was like, I'll admit immediately I went on the defense, and I was like, you kids, you whippersnappers don't know anything about real talent. You hating outside the club. But then I had to pull it back and be like, no, I know that he's kind of stank for that. So yeah, it just was sad to see. Ooh, it was a red flag for me when Rain was going around acting like Cypher was his first boy group. Oh.
Wait, what? How is he gonna have a whole entire M Black and then try to walk around like Cypher is his first group? M Black literally did a song that sounded exactly like Renism. You can't
Somebody
do
that.
Like, stay with me. That is such a good song, but
that's crazy. You know, okay, well, we'll forgive him. You know what?
Listen to my wife.
He's just a kid. Like,
he's just, I like how you called him an old man earlier.
Oh my god, look at my little baby. Oh my god.
What in the world? So it always just looks angry.
He's so cute though. V2. Oh.
At least make him do tricks. Make him jump on his head.
Now you'd be like, put this dog to work. If he's gonna be on the Inkigayo stage or Mnet Countdown stage, we need him to
strut down.
He is putting
jump,
work.
flip.
He's cute. He came up and looking cute. He came out and looked cute. That's as much as he needs to do.
What would happen if that dog just ran? And just like took it and also ran? Because he has a lot of trust in his dog to not run away.
He has his dog. First of all, I love this outfit. Those jeans look so comfortable. But this is adorable. He said, let me get my dog. Come here. That's so precious. Okay, free dopamine. Yeah, they basically gave him a Black Ocean. Like,
ooh. Oh, I thought you meant V. I was like, that's not a Black Ocean.
They would never. Interesting question, because I know we have a bunch of different kinds of people in here. Is there anyone who doesn't know what a Black Ocean is, or where it came from, what the iconic...
Black.
Okay.
At nighttime, the ocean is black.
All right, let's wrap it up. You got it. But I'm curious if there's anyone like young enough to not know what that is here, or just new enough in K-pop. You know what always gets me? To me, the only Black Ocean ever is the insert this person here, just in case anyone doesn't know yet. But to me, like, according to a lot of people, there have been other Black Oceans. I don't believe it. And I don't know if this is me being a stubborn second gen fan, or me just not falling for some of the shenanigans and theatrics that some younger groups fans like to play around with. But yeah, Rain said, "I'm Black who?"
I'm Black.
J Park is one of my favorite social enemies. Wait, what does that mean? Andre says, because like he would always promote himself with them when they went on variety shows talking like they're his kids. Then you send them on a couple of survival shows after most of them came off these shows. Dang. Listen, Rain. Also, I'm tired of like those type of CEOs thinking just going on survival shows. I mean, going on like a couple variety shows and be like, okay, here we go, is good enough. Like, you have to first of all get them opportunities where they can show themselves as individuals and not just an extension of Rain or extension of whatever famous person they're related to. And that takes, not everyone's great at variety shows, but you should, try to either train them or make them more comfortable or whatever. But
yeah, EXO 90, whatever the fudge that show was.
1959.
SM. How dare you? That was some trash.
I love how like I feel like there's EXO who will never let that go. If you even bring up that variety show, they're like, and another thing.
Because like, what was that? It's like a fever dream.
Not a fever dream.
Sometimes I forget, and then I hear like what you just said, and I'm like, oh man, that did happen to EXO. They were used. Like, what the heck?
Oh, okay. So Megan says the SNSD Black Ocean has a permanent space in my head, or permanent space in my head space. Andrea says I only know about the
Is that a real thing?
The Black Ocean?
For SNSD?
Yeah, they were like the iconic original. Actually, let me not let first gen stands get on me. From what I know, when I entered K-pop, them getting the Black Ocean during, I think it was the Dream concert or something, was like an iconic like moment in their like history, which is funny because I'm pretty sure
like in the beginning of their career.
Yeah, this was like 2008. It could have been 2007.
Oh, I was gonna be like, how'd they get away with that? How did people
heck
not
no.
Yeah.
Heck no. I think from what I remember, it was a bunch of boy groups that were hating from outside the club, boy group fans that were jealous and gave it to them. And I remember specifically because they tried to blame it on the Wonder Girls, and don't come unless the Wonderful sent for you, period. Andre also says, and now you lost basically half the group. Now they're down to 3 members. Like, sir needs to cut out trying to be paparazzi. You only care about you and your own career. Yeah, I'm like, drag him, but I was like, but like, true. I'm like, and now on that, no,
let me breathe.
Ooh, you're stepping on our necks, Andre. Let me get some water. But no, that's true. That's like my whole thing. It's like some people are good at like leading, some people are just good at being invested in their own careers, and it's okay. Like, each one is a very admirable thing, but if you truly aren't ready to like, it's like literally having kids. Like, if you're not ready to not be selfish and only think about yourself, then don't have kids, because you have to put them first a lot of the time. So yeah. Aseli says, Tiara, I think got Black Ocean because their bullying scandal, which later turned out to be did they? I don't know about
I'm
that
looking
one.
at the top 5 groups that survived Black Ocean, and apparently
who's on
SNSD.
there?
17, which I don't remember that. Lovelies, Tiara.
Do they have reasons?
I also don't remember that. I don't remember any of these people.
I love Army Down, but they have been trying to push that they have had like multiple Black Oceans forever. And I'm not going to deny they have had a lot of insanely bad hate scandals. But I do think that there was like a point in time where like people found out about the Black Ocean. They're like, my group's having a Black Ocean, my group's getting one, my group's. Because you know when there was like that thing where it was like flexing the anguish your group has been in?
Yeah.
I feel like during like whenever it was, I feel like a lot of people were like, oh my God, they're getting like a lot. And not just like Army. I feel like a lot of groups did this. Was the Lovelies one because of, what was her name? Sujin? Jisoo? One of them had like a scandal.
Oh yeah, it's in seeming response to Jisoo being added to the group. Despite the controversy, fans of Lovelies gave a Black Ocean for their performance at a 2015 Pepsi concert.
Interesting. Huh. Maybe I don't know.
Allegedly, some Lovelies fans even asked for cooperations from fans of other artists, including the ominous Black Ocean.
Dang.
How do your own fans plot against you? Like, I would
That's
quit.
crazy. They're a mess.
Nah.
Yeah. Rain also has a lot of different types of careers. He can slow down, host, acting, singer, variety shows. He does not need to run a true.
And I don't even notice that he has that under his belt.
Oh, like all those
like running companies.
Exactly. Like
after M Black, I was like, I thought he just stopped. I didn't know he was still
he was
going.
like, enough is enough. Actually, he should have. All right, guys. So you don't have to go home, but you have to get the heck out of here. Sorry about that. I did want to talk about this 50-50 thing, but I guess we can save it for next time.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's happening? I don't understand. I tried to explain that to somebody and I was like, I'm confusing myself, so I'm just gonna say it's just not good.
Pretty much.
Like I was explaining it to someone who only knows the song that they sing, and I'm like, oh yeah, the group is going through a lot, and then I was like, I can't explain, but they're probably not gonna be a group.
It's so sad, but yeah, at this point I feel like it's so dimensional with all this scamming that's going on, but
so many people involved.
Yeah, and
lawsuits.
I just feel bad for them, but apparently they've gone on record saying that they'd rather not be like in the industry than be under attract or whatever,
which is like crazy. It's been okay, maybe it's been a year now, but before that it had been less than a year. Like imagine.
Yeah, I just bad advice. I feel bad. But yeah, so any last thoughts before we send everyone off on their way for tonight?
Schumann has a show called CEO.
All right, let me mute her.
Mart.
I'm just kidding.
We should all watch it. Yeah.
It has that one guy from Monsta X, right?
Oh yeah, Hyungwon.
Hyungwon says, "Come through."
And then
yeah.
Also, I think EXO Ladder is still on. I don't know.
I haven't watched the single episode. Oh, then they forced Suho to do jumping jacks for 4 hours or whatever it was.
Oh gosh.
They're like, his old bones can't take such a type of. But yeah. Ooh. That's another thing. Watch the One Piece. I wish I could talk about it, but I really do have to wrap up. Did you watch it?
I've watched the first 3 episodes. I'm trying to finish it this week, hopefully.
It's good. It's cute.
I'm sad because I forgot how long it takes for Sanji to come in, so I'm just like, I was like Googling, I was like, when does he come in? Please tell me. And I was like, episode 5. That's like, it's going to be halfway done, more than halfway done by that point.
That's true. It's like, and then he's not in it for very long because there's only like 8 episodes. That kind of sucks. And he's like not that main to the like end story.
Oh, stop.
Oh, and he dies halfway. I don't even know.
Honestly, you might as well.
They made him die actually as soon as they leave the Baratie. First of all,
I do like the actors though. The actors
are so cute. Oh my god, Luffy is so adorable, and Zoro, Luffy, the little baby.
Luffy reminds me. The guy who plays Luffy reminds me of like Tom Holland. Like something about him like gives me like just like a boyish charm.
Oh.
Where it's like, you don't think Tom Holland has a boyish charm?
Maybe in 2015.
2015. Oh yeah, I mean, like when Tom Holland was just like freshly coming out as Spider-Man. I feel like, how dare you? They both have like that charm where it's like, oh, I can see them being like a big character in the future.
Yeah.
So, I do like him.
The Zorro, he is so beautiful. Like, he's so cute. Oh, his eyes are so, like, oh my god, I've been watching, like, because he's like Japanese, like he actually speaks Japanese, so I've been watching his Japanese stuff, and it's just like such a different vibe. But he is so cute. And the Sanji, I really don't find him that cute, but the way he speaks, he's like, you know, like the little restaurant.
I haven't heard him speak.
Oh, let me not spoil them, but let me just say, Luffy is also my son. We're gonna have to co-parent Leanne because that's my child. He's so cute. Leanne also says, if you would have told me a year that thing, we talked about this on Anime Club, me and Break, so that's crazy because I don't remember what we said, but I remember we were pretty skeptical, but they did a really good job.
I'm still not motivated to read or watch One Piece. I've watched enough in my youth, and the fact that I think it's still going on and I'm old now, I'm not looking forward to it. So
all right guys, so you don't gotta go home, but you gotta hit her. Okay, I already said that. So thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for all the new beautiful faces we've seen. And if you haven't given the stream a like, go ahead and give it a like. And also comment on the actual comment section. What was your favorite part? You know, we love to hear from you guys. So thank you so much again. And we will see you next week on this way, the Sleepy Idol. Cute, cute. Oh, okay, egg yo, rare egg yo from Jazz, y'all. You better clip.
I wasn't even smiling.
You're like, that's like winter egg yo.
Oh, she smiles at least. I think.
I don't think she does.
For egg yo, I think she would.
Maybe. I just feel like it's so funny that all the pictures you see of her are just like. And you know what? The way that Crystal paved the way, because back in the day, that would get you dragged, but now people are like, oh, she has such a je ne sais quoi about her. But I love that. I love the consistency. Queen. All right, guys.
I stream New Emotion by Infinite because that's another song I like.
Ooh,
that's another good
I think
song.
I heard it. Wait, that came out recently?
Yeah, that's her latest song.
All right, y'all.
I want to say last month.
Stream it, Second Gen Stands. All right, thank you. Thank you, everyone who's coming. Thank you, Andre. Thank you, Araceli. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, everyone who came through Jumping Boa. Bye-bye. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye, bye.
Bye, bye.